I was watching a video where Seno came on camera and told the world that he has gifted Daniel, his manager, a piece of land. Then I asked myself, is it about to go down? I looked at the pattern and observed very recent. Seno came on camera and told subscribers to help him acquire piece of land for his own uncle and build on it, so of which it failed terribly. Now, if Seno never gifted his own uncle a piece of land, now he's claiming that he has gifted Daniel a piece of land handed by handed. Upon my investigation, Seno did not gift Daniel piece of land. It is a deal they striked. That is why Seno is giving conditions about the same piece of land. Let us ask ourselves, if you have gifted somebody a piece of land, why do you go ahead and give conditions on how to utilize that piece of land? So, sources reveal that there is a piece of land that Seno leased to plant hay for the horses from Daniel and Daniel's family. Initially, Daniel was using that piece of land to do what we call corn farming or maize farming to feed the family, and the rest of the harvest he can sell it and get some amount of money so as to act or to make the family sustainable. Now, he has no land to farm the maize. Now, Daniel realized that it will take a lot of time, like 5 years, so as to acquire back that piece of land, because when they were putting their own agreement, this is what they agreed first. They agreed they will plant hay first and harvest for 1 year. Now, the consecutive years, for about 5 years, they'll be buying hay from Daniel. Time went, the shareholders changed their mind, now saying that they can engage Daniel. Now they can be 3 shareholders in that project of horse farming, and when horse give birth, they will share their offspring among us, the 3 of them. Yeah, we have one of the investors from South Africa, then we have Seno himself, then Daniel. So Daniel has now realized that there is no demand of horses because Seno convinced him. Now he has changed his mind and requested Seno to lease the land for 5 years and pay him the amount of money so that he can go and purchase another piece of land from somewhere for the time being, as he waits for the 5 years to lapse. So when he told Seno only realizing this, he told him that he has a piece of land to give it to him, but he went ahead and Daniel explained to him, to Seno, that he has some 20 bags of maize of the corn in the house. He can sell them, then add some money, then he can get a piece of land. And up to now, this is what is happening. Daniel has not received payment for the last month, and so he has to add that amount of money for him to acquire the piece of land that we have been told that he was gifted for free. Because when we are told something like a gift comes for free. So these are the questions that I have to ask. How will Daniel and family survive? Because he has not been paid salary for the last month, because he's now being integrated to the purchase of this land that he has been gifted. And how do you gift a person land and your name and everything is still on that piece of land? Why does he give Daniel conditions on how to use that piece of land Ladies and gentlemen, let us now dive deep to this conversation after watching this clip. Stay tuned.
So Daniel, how big is your land, this new land?
100 by 100.
100 by 100 feet.
Yeah.
And today you've done fencing.
Yeah.
You know, guys, for the first time, Daniel has realized how money disappears when it comes to construction. The other day he had a little more money. He was feeling rich.
But
For now, he was Daniel, take you around. Daniel, wacha niwazungushe alafu nitarudi saizo mkiprepare. Let me take you around, then we'll come back to Daniel. So guys, this is Daniel's new land. Me and my business partner Ben, we decided to come with a deal with Daniel. So we agreed with Daniel that because Daniel, in their homeland, we planted hay there, okay? We planted hay. So every season we will be paying Daniel for that hay. So I told Daniel, look, this land, I bought it from one guy here, okay? So we have all the papers that are required except for title, because most of the lands here in the village don't have title deeds. But as long as you buy land legally using lawyers and area chief and the lawyer, and the people who are selling you, they put fingerprints. Even if they bring chaos in future, there's nowhere they can take you around. So this land we've gifted Daniel. Actually, it's a gift and a business deal. Two things involved. Because, you know, Daniel could not afford to buy land like right away. You know, it's actually a good piece of land, very nice in the middle of the Ben. But we agreed that Daniel, we will pay for him nearly half of the amount of the land. Half of the amount of the land, Daniel will pay us by the number of harvests we'll harvest the hay from his ancestral land where his parents are and his families. Because Daniel, look, you can, instead of you collecting money from us for the next maybe, I don't know, 4 seasons or 5 from us, look, we can do a deal. We actually buy you something like this, which is land that every day has appreciated. Even right now as we speak, it is already on the roof. You own something as yours. Even one day you can build a nice house for your family. We prepare the land, we plant hay, and that hay you can harvest it for the next 5 years. We will do everything: plowing, planting, and first harvest. Once we do our first harvest, we will take that as our pay for all the activities we've done. The second or the next harvests or subsequent harvests, you will sell that hay to us. As we speak, 1 bale of hay.
Very good morning, beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another reaction video in this amazing YouTube channel that goes by the name Maxwell Lumumba Africa. For those who are coming across this YouTube channel for the first time, I do reaction videos, especially to the videos that have been posted in public domain. Like today, we are going to discuss about the deal that Daniel had with Seno himself. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who have not subscribed to this amazing YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video to other individuals. Remember to turn on the notification bell so that any day, anytime I post any video, you people get notified. Watch my videos from the beginning up to the end without skipping those ads that you see there. Also, I have another YouTube channel that goes by the name Vibe with Lumumba. Let us go support that YouTube channel. Let us like, let us love what I do to earn a living. And today, I'm doing my videos one-on-one from my piece of land. I can show us what is happening from the farthest point. That is the farthest point. I'm seated here actually in between the trees so that I can make it happen. Creation with the reaction videos. Reaction pays. For those who know, they know. Let us continue showing love to this YouTube channel. And for the subscribers, I don't take you for granted. I really appreciate the time that you take to watch my videos. I really appreciate. And today, we are going to discuss one of the most talked about developments involving Seno and Daniel. Seno recently came on camera and announced that he had gifted Daniel a piece of land measuring 100 by 100. And at first glance, many viewers celebrated the news. After all, land ownership is a major achievement, especially for a young man trying to build a future. A lot of people have talked about the same issue. A lot of people have appreciated even Seno himself when he was convincing Daniel about this piece of land. He told him that, you know, lands nowadays, the value appreciates. So that tells us that maybe when a piece of land, now it costs this much, the next time the value goes up, the way the world we are sojourning on, yeah, things prices go up. Not only about land, everything goes up, yeah. For those who understand, they understand. But as I watched the video, several questions came to my mind. What exactly does it mean to gift someone land? Has ownership officially been changed or changed the hands? Why are the conditions attached to the land? And how does these announcements compare with previous statements made on channels regarding land acquisition projects? So these are the questions we shall examine today. Let us look about the history of land. Many viewers may remember not long ago there was a public appeal aimed to helping Seno's uncle acquire a piece of land, build a home. Subscribers were encouraged to support the initiative. The project generated discussion across social media. Some supporters contributed, others questioned this approach. Even I myself, I came on camera and questioned that. Why should you request subscribers to help you acquire a piece of land, and yet you have so many pieces of land? Why can't you gift one of the piece of land to your uncle? Then subscribers can help you develop that piece of land, of which it never happened. At the end result, which is eventually the project did not achieve the result, and many people expected. Fast forward to today, we are now hearing Daniel has been gifted land. And let me say this: this script that Seno himself scripted, it was a very good script about Uncle Ogutu. But where Seno himself missed is giving his uncle a young lady to marry, of which people, especially the subscribers from the Western world, they don't really encourage that. If Seno could make a very good script of giving his uncle maybe a woman of the same age, almost the same age, or a woman who is mature enough, without those small children that we saw there, it could have happened and the uncle could be helped. But what did we see? It was frustration. And upon Seno realizing that the uncle is now becoming a liability instead of an asset, what happened? They are not in good terms with the uncle. It is now in the video we could see now the uncle is there. Now Seno has realized that he still requires the uncle. Now he's telling us that the uncle is now doing like we call them white collar job, yeah, where you go maybe today when you get work, you attend to that work. Now that is the end, yeah. Maybe tomorrow you wake up, you don't get, it's like a casual laborer, yeah. When you wake up one morning, there is no job. That is it. You go, maybe you can sleep. And so we are now hearing that Daniel has been gifted land. And before this, we have been hearing a lot of praises to Daniel. Before even Daniel was given the title of being a manager, I came on camera. I questioned this. Why do you put Daniel a manager? And yet we have a lot of people who can think, you know, the managerial role or the managerial role requires skills, yeah. Daniel has no skills about being a manager. You are just pushing the titles to him without. You need to get best Seno, yeah. Stop taking people who you can dictate, yeah. People who you can force to do something. People who cannot think about tomorrow. Then you want to make them your servants so that they can be servanting or they can be working under you with a lot of conditions. So naturally, some viewers are comparing these two situations and asking whether there is contradiction. Let me first elaborate what does a gift really mean. So When most people hear the word gift, they imagine something that it has fully been transferred from one person to another. If someone gives you a bicycle, it becomes yours. If someone gives you a car, ownership changes. If someone gives you a land, many people assume that the title or ownership rights have been transferred. But what do we see? Now, Seno himself has contradicted himself and telling people that, you see, here in the village, most of these lands, people, they don't have title deed. What you do, you just negotiate. You bring maybe lawyers, you bring area chief so that you can negotiate for that piece of land. So this is where viewers begin asking questions. Has ownership changed from Seno to Daniel? Whose name is attached to that land? What rights does Daniel have over the property? Can he sell it maybe in future? Can he build on it? Can he decide what to do without seeking permission? Those are legitimate questions that we ask. But what do we see? We see conditions questions. One of the biggest discussions online revolves around conditions, being told on how to take care of that piece of land. So some viewers urge that a gift should not come with extensive restriction. Others believe conditions are normal when family members are involved. The debate therefore becomes, at what point does a gift stop being a gift and start looking like a partnership and engagement or arrangement of a business agreement? This is not an accusation. It is simply a question that most of these viewers are asking. Let me talk about the hay farming story. This story started some months back. According to the discussions circulated among his followers online, the land was alleged being used for hay production connected to horse projects. If that is true, it introduces another layer of conversation, because land is economic resource. If one person gives up farming maize in order to support another project, there are economic consequences. A family that previously depended on crop production may suddenly find itself on alternative income source, of which I came on camera and questioned Daniel and asked Daniel, will you eat the hay? The same land you have been using it to farm your own corn, why do you give out that piece of land? Because somebody has come on camera and told you something that you see like a bumper outcome, or money that you can take it faster. So again, this is where transparency becomes very important. And let me talk about Daniel's position. Many viewers sympathizes with Daniel because they see him as someone who has been loyal and hardworking. Supporters point out that he has spent years helping to build his support project. From that perspective, some believe that he deserves stability and security. Others argue that any arrangement between Seno and Daniel is a private matter and outsiders should not interfere with it. So both views exist. A lot of people have questioned, even they have gone ahead and said that Seno now wants to take Daniel's land, of which I think that is the objective. Yeah, now you're gifting him because now you have seen paying that amount of money for the next 5 years. It is related to maybe giving out this piece of land, because how much does that piece of land, 100 by 100 piece of land, how much does it cost in a village setup? It is not more than 300 USD. It is not more than that. And look about the seasons, Hay take like, let's say, the germination of a hay until harvest. In a season, you can harvest twice. The whole year. 2 times, yeah? I know some people can say 3 times, but let us put it the realistic timing, yeah? Because it takes like 4 months to grow to maturity. You have to give it enough time so that it can change, you know? Here you don't just harvest it when it is mature. We wait until when the color now changes to somehow goldish, or it has actually it has mature to maturity. That is the best time you can harvest hay. You cut, then leave it on the ground like 3 days, then you bring another baler, you bale it, then you go keep it in the store. So for it to regerminate again, it will be taking time, yeah, and that's the reality. So when they were striking this deal, this is what they agreed, because we have a lot of things that they agreed upon, and I'll be bringing that on camera, what they agreed. First, when they were striking this deal, this was what they said on camera, yeah? We are going to plant this hay for this duration. When it matures, a duration like 1 year. I don't want to quote one season, yeah? A duration like 1 year. When that hay we have cut for that 1 year, now we'll start buying hay from you. Now, upon doing the calculation and estimation, now this tells that 1 bale of hay goes for 250 to 300 shillings. And 1 acre of it, you can get a good number of bales. Yeah, if you do your rough approximation within 1 season, you can get more than 100,000 for that 3 acres of land. Yeah, you can get more than 100,000. That is for more than 100,000. Now add and do your summation for the next 5 years. How much will you get? That is not okay. Now do a very simple calculation. If you are going to earn like 1 bale, when you sell 1 bale, yeah, you get it at this much. So that means that is a very good harvest. So upon realizing that, upon Seno realizing that Daniel will be getting a fortune from this hay thing, why can't I strike another deal? Let me now negotiate that. Let me challenge this person, maybe because he doesn't think beyond. Let me tell him that, because we usually tell on camera that the rough approximation of imported, we call them Appaloosa, it costs like $1 million. Let me just go and tell Daniel, when you sell these horse, you can get even $1 million. But that's not the reality, yeah? Because first, where will you get the market of selling a horse for $1 million in Kenya? Who has that 1 million? The last time I was checking some horse in Naivasha, when I was in Meru, somebody told me to get him a small, we call it the fall, yeah? And I was being told like around 100,000 a fall. So when you tell somebody like Daniel that this is how much a fall will cost, now when he relates these, that I'll be getting a fall from this horse, now this is $1 million shillings. So upon realizing that, and maybe somebody went and convinced Daniel, you have to be very vigilant here. Why do you wait for more than 1 year so that you get this fall, of which there is no any assurance? Anything can happen there between. You people, trust issues can actually, we have issues of trust. You know, somebody can change mind anytime. So the same individual, they can go against you, and by then they will have taken the hay, your piece of land, and so many things. So upon realizing that, now Daniel went to Seno and told Seno that why can't we do this? Instead of giving me a fall, let us now do some calculation. How much will it cost for me getting these? Just leave this piece of land for the next 5 years that you're talking about. Then give me that cash. I go buy another piece of land from somewhere else. So upon realizing that, Seno said to him that I have a piece of land. Why can't we now do a deal? Yeah, let me give you this piece of land for these 5 years that I'll be using this piece of land, so that you can develop that piece of land from that point. So now this individual have seen that now this is the best way to go. Now he has been gifted a piece of land without knowing the repercussions of that piece of land. Seno has now come on camera and said to the audience or the subscribers, have gifted these individuals this piece of land without telling them what it takes. This is like a supplementary, yeah? Because I'm going to take a piece of land that belongs to you for the next 5 years. So that is the exchange. Instead of giving you that money, because I don't have that money of recent, because there is no more donations nowadays, yeah? Donations have dried up. So why can't I give him this piece of land? Then I can be smiling all throughout the next 5 years without knowing, 100 by 100, yeah? That is a very small piece of land, 100 by 100, yeah? For something for the next 5 years. So that is what happened. And so far, the way I'm speaking right now, it is alleged that Daniel had to sell some 20 bags of maize to top up. Then he should again go ahead and you see, like they agreed on salary, yeah? He's being salaried by Seno himself. So that tells us that this salary will be going to cater for that. So this is now what we call the hard slap on your back, yeah? So because you have to challenge these person that this is how much, when you're talking about appreciation or something has appreciated, the price has gone up. So we have now to think about the next, of which even Daniel himself, he has to go down and think the same land that are being told that it will be appreciating when it comes to price. Even my land will appreciate, yeah? That is what Daniel should be thinking. So viewers are asking a lot of questions. If the land is a gift, why are there restrictions? In the same video, we have been seeing a lot of restrictions, that this tree, you are not supposed to do this, you are not supposed to cut this, a lot of restrictions. So if ownership has changed, has documentations changed? If ownership has changed, should it be described different? Because I know a lot of people have Daniel's number, and I know this information will be reaching Daniel on the table, yeah? So Daniel should ask, what protections exist for me? Or what protection should exist for Daniel? What happens if circumstances change in future? These questions are not attack. These questions are arising naturally from public statement. And at the end of the day, only the people direct involved know the full details of the arrangement. What we can do as observers is analyze the information that has been presented publicly. The key issue is not whether anyone is right or wrong. The key issue is clarity. Clear agreements protect friendship. Clear agreements protect families. Clear agreements protect business relationship. And before any business, you people should have a written agreement, and most importantly, clear agreements prevent misunderstanding in the future. What do you think? Do you believe this is a genuine gift? Do you think it is more of partnership arrangement, or do you think there is information that viewers have not yet been told? Share your thoughts respectfully in the comment, and I appreciate for your time taking to watch this video. More to come. Let us continue supporting the project. Goodbye for now. Let us stay tuned. Goodbye.